Come on, start recording. There we go. Hello people, ManBoyLIves here, and welcome to a new series I'm going to call Explaining It. So on your screen, you should see this Portal 2 little sign. Basically, I just barely beat Portal and Portal 2, and what this is going to be a new series where I explain some things, or just talk. That will be a different series just called probably Talking with ManBoyLIves. But yeah, this is Explaining It, Portal 2. So I'm going to explain some things that some people may be a little bit curious about. Okay, so first off, who is Carolyn? If you played Portal 2 and Carolyn, and you notice like Gladys acts really weird about Carolyn, Carolyn is actually Gladys. One time, basically, when Kate Johnson is talking, you'll hear him say that if I die before we could put people in robots, put Carolyn in a robot, such as Gladys, and make her in control of the facility. And is Gladys in control of the facility? Yes! So therefore, Gladys is Carolyn. At the end of the game, Gladys says that now she knows what it's like to be Carolyn. So yeah, that's basically Carolyn. Next up, let me think. Okay, the weighted companion cubes. Now, those actually have a dark secret to them. So whenever Gladys has a failed test chamber, she'll put the dead bodies into the weighted companion cube. That's the companion cube that has the big heart on it. So yeah, that is why Gladys wants you to take care of them, because there's actually a dead body in them. So yeah, that's where Gladys puts all her corpses, besides all the test chambers where they did die. Okay, next up, Wheatley. So, if you don't know who Wheatley is, he's a little blue core that guides you through the entire game. Wheatley is a corrupted core. You first see him in Portal 1 when you're trying to kill Gladys. Now, although you do incinerate him, I don't know how he's back, but that's just some things that I don't know about. These are all just things I learned by playing the game over and over. See, I didn't have to look up in the wiki or anything. I just kind of learned this. And basically, Wheatley is... Okay, well, let me start out with all the corrupted cores. The corrupted cores are those little spheres that you put on Gladys to kill her. So yeah, and Wheatley at the end of the game. Now, corrupted cores, when Gladys was made, the scientists found that she was too smart, too awesome, and too amazing. So what they did is made corrupted cores. Now, corrupted cores would change Gladys in different ways. So the green one, which is the action one. So he will make Gladys all actiony and all like that. Then there's the pink one, which is the nerd. That will try to make Gladys, well, it's the history nerd. That'll make Gladys be able to know more about the history. Then the yellow one is kind of like the insane space one. So that'll kind of even out Gladys and sort of make her less intelligent and more insane about space. Because, you know, she's a scientific robot for learning. So yeah, they made it so that way she could be a little bit more about space. Then there's Wheatley. He was designed to be a moron. When Gladys said that in the game, she was not joking. He was literally designed to make Gladys do dumb things, make dumb decisions, and etc. So Wheatley is this big idiot that they developed. They literally made microchips that would make him even dumber than anybody. Now the thing about Wheatley though is that you don't think he's really that dumb, because usually in cartoons dumb people are like, duh, duh. No, he's just dumb because of making weird, dumb decisions. Like in the game when he thinks that if he drops your funnel above a bottomless pit, that will actually help you. No, because he's an idiot. That's why he does the dumbest things. So yeah, that is Wheatley explained. Okay, what else? I'm trying to think. I don't have like a list here. So yeah. So there's Carolyn, Kate Johnson, all that. Okay, what's next? What is next? Okay. Yeah, this is a problem. I wasn't expecting to view it so quick. Next. Oh, okay, here we go. The downer area. Okay, so if some of you are confused, when you take The Fall, the chapter The Fall, I think it's chapter 6, when you go down there, you notice that there's a whole new Aperture Laboratories. Now, Aperture Laboratories was, when they first started out, they kind of just, at first it was up, but later on they moved it down. And basically, that's why everything's kind of low and not as high tech. Like the particle fizzlators, I think they're called. I know that's a real thing, but I just call them that. The things that don't let you bring Aperture Laboratory objects through them, unless they're authorized. It's the thing that burns your turrets and you get really mad, basically. Okay, so basically down there, Aperture Laboratories, where Cave Johnson's always talking, that was the original Aperture Laboratories when they were first starting out. So that's why everything was kind of old. And down there, the gels. If you're wondering, why weren't there gels in Portal 1, the original Portal, but only in Portal 2? Well, you could just say, well, because they thought of that in the second one, but not in the first one. But if you're going to go into the world of Portal, it's actually because they didn't authorize the gels. They're too dangerous because, Kate Johnson says that the repulsion gel hates the human body skeleton. So, it's obviously very dangerous. So they didn't want that to be authorized for the new Aperture Laboratories. So, yeah, the elevators changed a lot and just everything was different, basically. You had older buttons, older huge buttons, older companion cubes, no. Oh wait, no, it was weighted storage cubes, no weighted companion cubes. So yeah, that's what that area is, if some of you were wondering. And first off, I just want to say, if you want to know more and learn more stuff about Portal 2 than I know, just listen carefully and look for some clues. That's how I figured out that Gladys was Carolyn, because the first time I played Portal 2, first off, I didn't have subtitles on, so yeah, that's a thing. That's probably why I missed that, and I wasn't really paying attention to what they were saying. So for me, Carolyn was just an assistant that died. But recently, when I played it again, I've noticed that about Cave Johnson just saying all these things about Carolyn, and that Gladys kind of just knows who Carolyn is. So yeah. And unless I could think of something, then that's basically it. And if you don't have Portal 2 or Portal, where are you in the world? Come on, they're like the greatest puzzle games in the entire world because it is Portal and Portal 2. And so yeah, that's explaining it. And that's going to be a new series where I'll explain things. Portal is really the only secretive game that I know. So it may just be one episode only of the entire series. But yeah, maybe if I ever get Portal on Steam, keep on beating it over and over, I could tell some secrets about that. Oh, okay, hold on. I nearly thought of something, but I didn't. So that's just about it. Basically, that's Portal 2. That's some of the things that I knew explaining it. And if you don't really get some of the things, play it over and over. Work on the wiki. And that's what the internet is for. And that is why you are listening to this right now. And yeah, sorry there's no gameplay footage, because this is just talking. Next is probably just going to be talking with ManBoyLIves. And that's just going to be me talking about things with, I don't know, there might just be a little picture, might be nothing. So yeah. Basically these are just gonna these are gonna be for, like, let's say you're just playing a game, you can mute the game, turn this on, listen for looks like 9 minutes, and then you're gonna have to move on to something that actually lasts like an hour if you're gonna plan to play that long. So yeah, this is something when you're just doing something kind of boring, you just want to listen. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend actually pulling up this YouTube video and actually looking at it, because nothing's changing. All you see is this Portal 2 little sign. This was the best sign I could find, actually. I looked on Portal 2 images. There are hardly any that actually look good besides this one. So yeah, basically, don't have Portal 2, but you have Portal. Get Portal 2. Much better. It's much better than Portal. I gotta say that. Gladys changes quite a lot, and I think that story is that they just that I don't know. Okay, see, there's some stuff I don't know. I haven't unlocked like barely any of the achievements, so yeah. There's some secret things like find the secret portrait. I don't know how to do that. So yeah, and there's also find a secret weighted companion cube in the fall, in the reunion. Okay, so maybe there is. You see, I don't know because I haven't found it. I have not done all the achievements. But yeah, that is explaining it with ManBoyLIves Portal 2, and hopefully now you know a little bit more about Portal 2. Oh wait, it just popped into my head. Okay, why when the game starts you're in a little hotel? Basically, after you escaped and the game ends in Portal, you notice that you start going back down and looking at the cake, which they thought the cake is a lie, but it's not. It's not a lie. It's true. Okay, but anyway, basically, I think this is my guess. This is my educated guess. Basically, Gladys gets sent back down to the facility, and you just get dragged back in by some machines and put into a hotel, and because you've been put in a hotel for so long that you have completely forgotten about everything, sort of. I mean, it depends. Like, for me, I just remembered everything because I played Portal a lot, and then when Portal 2 came out, I still remembered. But maybe for some people who haven't even played Portal and are playing Portal 2 first, that's basically like that test subject just got serious brain damage. So yeah. And so that is why you're in there, and Wheatley's just trying to escape you because he realizes that you're the only test subject in that whole facility. Gladys is dead, so he just wants to get out of there. So yeah, that was explaining Portal 2, and I hope you all enjoyed. So, see ya!